Guys, deluded, YouTube's N'Golo Kante. You guys know I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys what them Twitter folk and them football experts would do. They would bring up all these fancy charts with fancy names of positions and heat maps and stuff. I like teams that are tactically sound in it. Like I'm similar to Pep in that degree. Like before I even saw Pep, I'm not claiming I knew it more than Pep. Pep's a man I'd love to learn from. But before I heard Pep say, I've always thought like surely being in position, positional wise, tactically, defensively, is better than a recovery challenge or recovering. That's how I look. That's how I look at it. So when I see the likes of Juventus, whether they're the best team in the world or not, I'm not talking here to speak about that. Whenever I watch Juventus, there's a tactical reason behind everything. The team's got freedom within a framework. It's a lovely tactical setup. Some people got man marking jobs. Everybody knows their jobs and everybody else's. Like, what was it, earlier in the year? Well, last year, when they played Barcelona, it was a 0-0 or something like that. I'm pretty sure it was a boring game on the scoreboard sheet. But the tactical ways, the way Dybala was dropping in, the way Mandzukic in a game, I can't remember another Juventus game, Mandzukic tucked in, just the way people set out, the way they set out, City side, they defend and attack from the front. Even to a degree, Spurs to a degree, like the way they can swap systems, the way, I don't want to say now more so, but when it was Walker, Rose and Toby and Jan, how certy it was. It didn't matter who was playing. They could put. Who's the rubbish? Titus Bramble could have got slapped in that Spurs side and he wouldn't look out of place because man know their jobs. To a degree, I see this when I watch Napoli this season, and I say that lightly. The same goes for Simeone a couple seasons back. I love attacking, but I love defensive work because I honestly believe if you cannot go against a side individual-wise and they've got better quality players and all these things there, the least you can do is outwork them and be tactically sound. If you're tactically sound, you're going to be harder to break down. Then it becomes a case of different other factors. But fundamentally, if you're positionally intact, fullbacks do their job, centre-halves do their job, keeper opens his mouth, strikers tuck in and press from the front, you have half a chance. If you cannot rely on individual brilliance like some great sides, then the least you can do is be superior tactically if you can't be superior technically, in my opinion. Without the ball is what makes all the difference. Like, whether you're a centre midfielder or a creative player like Ozil and Iniesta, why are they the best? And Silva and all these players, because they saw a picture several moments before it actually happened. They're calculated. They think, all right, cool, I'm going to move to the left-hand side. I'm going to spray this pass. I'm going to make the run. If you're a centre-half, in my previous vid, John Terry, Rio Ferdinand, what made them the best centre-halves? Maybe not necessarily individual brilliance, but because John Terry knew, all right, cool, I ain't got the legs. Let me drop off a couple yards and clamp you. You get it? The same logic applies all over the football field. If I'm a fullback, overlap, trust your midfielder. When your midfielder gets it into feet, make that option, run in behind. It's about those who think fast are normally better. Like, look at Lahm, whether it's in the central midfield or at right back, he's solid off the ball. Like, the logic is the same. If you have a proper system, I honestly believe crap players can be hidden, because I've seen this at sides. So crap players can be hidden, players can overperform. Like, I'm not saying Dyer's crap, I rate Dyer highly, but DM in that Spurs system, or centre back, he gets found out a bit, but DM in that Spurs system, he doesn't really have much to do because of the tactical outlets and the other players and stuff. He doesn't look out of place. Do you get where I'm going? There's niches to be found there. I believe in freedom within a framework. Stuff like Ozil, okay, boom. We know Ozil's a creative player and things. I'll give him the freedom to come in off the flank and go in the 10 row and do what he wants and maneuver and do that Ozil stuff. But I still need you to track back. I still need to press from the front. I still need free midfielders when we're defending and things like that. You can pick up spaces, but you do that. For me, you have two options. You either pick the system first as a manager and then look for the players, or you look at you assess your players and then find a suitable system. Now, even if I go back to my youth days, Norseman days, one thing that really aroused my imagination when I left Edmonton All-Stars for Norseman to win trophies and stuff was Darren and Snatch, my coach's names. The way it aroused my imagination, and the way I looked at defending, the way they explained certain things, why you've got to be in certain places, when your centre-half is there, why you've got to be there, and all of these sort of things, just calculated. I knew my role. I knew my centre-halves. If my fullback goes, my fullback on the other side, I've got to tuck in. I know. If I know when I overlap, I have two options. I can either come inside and make an option and allow the winger to have all that space, or I can go in behind and make an option. Let their left back, because obviously I'm right back, come with me. That frees up space for my right winger. Things like that, just being calculated. If someone presses, cover them. If I press, make sure I'm covered. These sort of things like that. Corners, I used to love going on adventures when midfielders say they'll cover you in them things. Like, it's what you do without the ball, man, and that makes all the difference. Obviously, with the ball, Messi and all of these things is brilliant. But what makes Messi the best? He's calculated. He has seen that picture before he's done it. He has seen that. Thierry Henry, one footballer that could tell you he shot at a certain second because he saw the keeper move. Whether that's true or not, calculated. If you're calculated, you have half a chance. I don't even know this. I don't even know the point of this vid, to be honest, guys. I'm just, even Inter Milan to a degree, the way they set up tactically, I'm talking about the framework, like being positionally intact. Because from you've got that, from you can have 2 banks or 4, the world's your oyster. You go and beyond. I believe you build a house backwards, pattern up defense. And I keep saying defense, I'm speaking about systems in general. I believe you pattern up defensively first, and then you move forward. Like Pep Guardiola, what does he say? You pattern up the defensive thing first, then you have the freedom within the creative final third, but you still need to track back. But yeah, that's for another story, man. Guys, Deluded Guna, YouTube's N'Golo Kante. I don't know if this makes sense. It might not even be a good vid, but I had some thoughts to get off my chest, man. Guys, Deluded, I'm out.